We are one step closer to not having to poop in the woods anymore because the treehouse is getting a toilet. Well, a composting toilet, but it's still an upgrade. Today has been a long time coming. We are finally starting the treehouse bathroom. And although it's not going to have plumbing, having a private place to use the restroom is really going to elevate the treehouse experience. Delivery incoming. All right, let's get to work. I tried to get Home Depot to cut these, but they said their saws were broken, so they're really jamming me up these days. Home Depot, I'm not too happy with them. You know, it's funny, I started this YouTube channel because I wanted to share this land and connect with people, but every time I upload a video, there's a part of me that hopes that nobody actually watches it. It's like my greatest desire is to be seen and known, but my greatest fear is to be seen. It's such a contradiction. Does anyone else feel that way? Fortunately, I didn't fact check ChatGPT, and it screwed me over again. It told me that I could get all the plywood I needed out of 2 2x4 pieces, and I actually needed 3. The closest hardware store is 30 minutes away, so I don't want to go out there again. I already went out there twice. So I'm going to take all these pieces home with me and then buy that last piece by my house. There's a bug by the camera. Go away. Hopefully the Home Depot by me has their saws working so they can cut the piece for me, because I don't have these sawhorses at home. But yeah, lesson learned, always fact check ChatGPT. How many times am I going to have to learn that lesson? I wanted to elaborate a little bit on what I was talking about at the land, about a desire to be seen and known, because I don't mean that in the sense of like wanting fame or attention and being like, look at me, but more just like having people close to you know your true feelings and giving people access to your inner world, I guess. Because growing up, I didn't really feel like I could be myself around anybody. I didn't really feel like anybody cared to know my true feelings about anything, and always felt like I had to kind of hide part of me. And years ago, I had a therapist ask me, does anybody really know you? And ironically, in that moment, I felt the most seen. Because I think, because I felt that, had that deep desire my whole life, it kind of, when she said that, it kind of made me realize what I'd been craving for so long. Now what I'm wrestling with is actually putting myself out there so that people can know me. And I think that's the broader issue, is putting into action the things we need to do to have the life that we want. And maybe you don't have a fear of being seen, but maybe you want a new job, get nervous when you get invited for an interview. And maybe you even don't go to that interview because you're too scared of the unknown. Or maybe you want to be in a relationship, so you get on the dating app, so then when somebody actually wants to meet you in person, you get anxiety, you get cold feet, and you don't go on that date. So it's about doing these uncomfortable things. You have to do things you've never done before to have the life you want. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I finished staining the sides, so the next step is to cut the top and then cut a hole in the center for the toilet bowl. Hello! And all my cutting tools are at the land, so I will see you at the land. Welcome to the land. Here we have the shitter in its home. I can't decide if I want it against this wall or against this side wall, like that. I don't know which will be more comfortable. It doesn't really matter because we can always move it. But yeah, the plan today is to cut the top, and I was gonna cut the hole for the toilet bowl, but I forgot my drill. It's at home. Super forgetful. So we're just gonna have to keep going back and forth between the land and the house for this project. Eventually it will be done. But yeah, super glad it fits in the outhouse. Looks great. Not sure I love the white. It's kind of giving prison cell. But I think I'm gonna paint some flowers on it, maybe some red flowers, add some color so it doesn't feel like we're in an insane asylum. But it looks good. And it fits, woohoo! Alright, well that's all for now. Stay tuned for our next video to see the finished bathroom. Till next time, bye!